Hey all, how's it going? Well, as I have indicated previously, I was sort of a little bit stumped on what to do for today's video that had to do with cooking. And I finally settled on what I'm about to show you because of the simple fact that we learn from our mistakes just as much as we learn from what we do right. And what I did definitely turned out to be a mistake. You see, I found a batch of muffin mix and I decided I was going to make that up. And I made one crucial mistake before I started. I didn't check to make sure I actually had the muffin pan that was necessary to put it in. Well, take a look at this.
What you see here is a muffin batter that I put together from a mix that I found laying around. And I figured, okay, what the heck, I'm just going to go ahead and make them up. So I got it all mixed up, and you know what I discovered? The muffin pan that I thought I had is not here, anywhere to be found. So what I'm going to do is to take this muffin batter and put it into a loaf pan. We'll see how that turns out. Okay. Doing this one-handed here because I don't have the tripod right where it was, which is stupid. I should have taken a few minutes to set it up. Yeah, I'm going to have to set this down. There we have a loaf pan with that whole batch of muffin mix in it. That's going to be a really big muffin. We'll see how that turns out. What you are looking at here is a loaf of muffin. Now what normally would take 20 minutes or so, if it's put in muffin cups like it's supposed to be, has taken nearly an hour and a half to reach the point where it would finally pass the knife test. You know, where you stick a knife into it and it comes out clean. Well, it's finally done that. I'm going to let it cool for a while and have some. This is probably not the best way to use a muffin mix, but when you don't have a muffin pan and you don't discover that until after you've got it all mixed up, you got to do something with it, and throwing it away is not an option. And here it is depanned. A little bit of the bottom stuck, but that's not bad.
Okay, now a little bit of the bottom sticking is definitely not bad. But what is bad is the way the top was so burned. You can see that a lot of it was actually burnt black. And by burnt, I do mean severely burnt. I ended up having to remove almost a ½ inch thick layer of this burnt loaf of muffin, almost all the way around, in order to salvage any part of it that was still edible. The part that I did salvage is definitely good, but it should not have come out like that, and putting this thing into a loaf pan was a 5-star mistake. It sounded like a brilliant idea at the time, but like many things that sound like a brilliant idea, it proved very much not to be. The moral of the story is, before making muffins, one should be absolutely certain that one has muffin pans available to use. I could have sworn that I did. When I went to look for them after I had the muffin mix all made up, they weren't anywhere I could find them. You know, I could have sworn I had a couple of muffin pans, but if I do, they're lost somewhere, so out of desperation to not waste the mix, I decided to put it into the loaf pan and bake it up like a loaf of muffin, which on the surface of it sounds like a great idea, but in actual practice, no, it's not a great idea. Do not do this unless you actually want to waste a batch of muffin mix. Now, in other news, I decided today, early this morning, to do something that I should have honestly done a long time ago. You see, for a long time now, I've been including a Twitter URL in the description of my videos, this one right here, and frankly, that Twitter account was not made for the purpose of using it with these videos. It was made for the purpose of tweeting blog posts and stuff related to my blogs. Somewhere along the line, for some reason, I just decided to start using it with my YouTube account. And really what I should have done is what I did way early this morning and make a new Twitter account that has the same brand, if you will, as my YouTube account. And so the Twitter account to follow, if you want to follow me on Twitter, is twitter.com/TinFoilChef. Accept no substitutes. And that's going to be in the description, of course. You can also follow me on Facebook, either on the TinFoilChef Facebook page or on my personal Facebook page. Links for all of these will be in the description. In fact, they will always be in the description. Over time, probably sometime next week, I'm going to have to start going back over the 340 some odd videos that I have uploaded on YouTube and go into the description of each and every one of them and change the Twitter address that is put into those so that If people use that, they will go to the correct one. It's too bad there isn't a way to do a batch search and replace on those, because doing that one at a time manually is going to take quite a while. Isn't that fun? Be sure to catch tomorrow's video. Nutjob Hills returns. Take it easy. I'm out of here.
Hello, it's Monday, November the 29th. It's good to see that the Boob can own up to his mistakes. Of course, if he were to own up to all of them, we'd no doubt be here for weeks. There are 7 new subscribers. Fooling Myself 1, Dove 289, purgaToreano, RottenRroses, MSthetruemrsimbred, the Xbox 360 Fun Gamer, and Sexy Mama 1563. Welcome and thank you very much for subscribing. The dirty word of the day, la vie.